El Día de los Muertos means the Day of the Dead. There are many misconceptions behind the Day of the Dead, and a lot of people believe it to be scary or an odd ritual or something that's spooky because of the fact that a lot of times Mexicans use skulls or skeletons to decorate for the holiday. And it brings ideas of fear or something dark and scary. But, what is the real purpose behind this holiday? Where did it come from? After doing a lot of research, I actually found that the holiday is just a very spiritual and detailed way to commemorate the lives of those who have passed and to honor family traditions. Going back to the origins of the holiday will actually help us clarify its true meaning. So the holiday actually comes from the conquistadors and the Aztecs mixing their celebrations together and creating the Day of the Dead. The Aztecs used to commemorate the lives of the dead once a year, and they would, do it at the height of their empire. Then, according to the National Park Service, NPS.org, the conquistadors, they were Roman Catholic, so they would do something similar on All Saints' Day and All Souls' Day. But once the conquistadors took over the Aztec Empire, the Aztecs still wanted to commemorate the lives of their past family, so they kind of did a take on the Spanish tradition with their own folk culture and created the Day of the Dead. So this happened around 1800 BC. So if we jump from there to now and the reasons why we actually celebrate it, it's kind of just like a metaphor of the changing of the seasons. And the National Park Service describes it very well. It's kind of like in fall, the leaves come off the trees and they fall to the ground and they return like nutrients to the soil, and this in turn is used in spring and summer. In spring and summer, you're going to see the blossoming of the tree in flowers and leaves, and so this is the same idea. Our family may pass, but we will always remember them and how they impacted our lives positively. And as our members in our family pass, we will always have new generations coming forth. So it's a very beautiful metaphor. It's a great way to see the Day of the Dead. It's just simply a great way to honor your family and pray for them. And it kind of shows the celebration of your own life and your future generations. And it really gives people a chance to feel like they're reuniting and visiting with their ancestors. Some people believe that on this day you can actually reunite with your family and that they come back from the dead on that one day. And it's very interesting because this actually comes to play in with the festivities. Because they believe that the dead may come back and visit on that day, they use November 1st to celebrate it for children and November 2nd to celebrate it for the adults. So they're expecting their past ancestors to come visit, so they clean up the graves, and they set up stages with flowers, marigolds, baby breath, orchids, and they prepare foods and play music that their family liked. Now, the reason behind the painting of the face and dressing up is because they simply just want to be a representation of their past ancestors and family. They usually take symbols like doing a small cross on your forehead as a representation of their religion. The face will look like a skeleton, but the color behind that, the bright eyes and the lips, or the very intricate patterns of floral design, that just shows, you know, the dedication and the happiness behind the holiday. It's really not meant to be dark. Now, this becomes a very huge community event, and it's very warm and welcoming. So in Mexico, it's actually a very nice celebration. So after celebrating the holiday for 4,000 years, you can see very different religions and cultures that celebrate something very similar in a different way. So in essence, you know, it just shows that we have to become more familiar with folk culture and true essence, so that it becomes less frightening and something friendlier. So we really shouldn't be afraid of the skeletons and the skulls and the flowers. It's just a very nice way to, you know, commemorate your ancestors, and it's a beautiful way to show your family that has passed away how much you really love them.